for green winged orchids here, that's for sure. Very nice. Let's go and see if we can find something a little bit special. I'm always complaining that green winged orchids are mostly purple, but that's what they're supposed to be. That is the stereotypical natural colour for green winged orchid, and most of them will be this colour. But you get variations, even variations within purple, as I'm sure we'll see this morning. Certainly some nice big plants in this meadow. I think this one's about 10-11 inches tall. Quite unusual for green winged. That's nice. Nicely marked. That's an impressive one. The white throat on that is really does stand out. I can't remember seeing many like these in the past. Yeah, it's unusual. Eye-catching. That's a nice, extremely soft pink, that one. It's almost white, but it's pink. Very nice. There's certainly a very broad range of colour schemes in this field. It's a real cracker. That is a wonderful green winged orchid. I mean, it's got like a frilly serrated edge to the petals, to the lip, call it what you will. That's a wonderful plant. What we used to call a clonker. Really nice. It's a wonderful field. It's only one single meadow, but it's absolutely awash with green winged orchids, as you can see. And it's so early in the season as well, and 90% of these are out. Wonderful sight. A nice rich purple. The only one I haven't really seen so far is a pure white. I'm reasonably confident we'll find one. It's another striking colour combo. Another nice one next door. That's nice. That is another absolute stunner. We look at the frills on the edges of that bottom flower, and the volume of spots on this is amazing. That is a wonderful, wonderful green winged orchid. Nice. A lovely group of pinks. That's a lovely pink. I tend to find the pink ones tend to be quite small, but this one's a good 7 or 8 inches tall. Nice specimen. That's quite a gathering. There's about 5 or 6 stems there. Not fully open yet, but yeah, impressive. Certainly no shortage of pinks in this field. I just need to find a white one. But if I don't find one, I think these pinks will more than make up for it. Very nice. Maybe a small one, as whites often tend to be. That's about 3 or 4 inches tall, but it's a white. It's definitely a white with nice clear green veins on the hood. So we can tick that off. I hope to find a better one, but if we don't, that's a white. Nice. Another one with a striking white centre. Sort of lights up from 10-20 yards away. It's a lovely bouquet of purple Green Winged Orchids. That's not quite open yet, unfortunately. But at least on the whites that are in bud, you've still got those lovely green veins. People often say why they call green veined or green winged, and often the stripes don't look particularly green on the coloured versions, but on the whites you can see them quite distinctly on the hoods. How good is that? That is an absolute belter. Beautiful colour scheme. Fantastic. Pure velvet on that one. Really is a velvety purple. A lovely pair of pink Green Winged Orchids in the sunshine. Doesn't get any better than that. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I've just bumped into a couple of really nice plant fanatics walking around, and he said, did you know there's another field next door? It's got some more in. He even said lots of whites and lots of pinks. So instead of jumping in the car and racing off home, I'm going in the next meadow. It's got to be done. What have we got? Oh dear. More swathes of purple and lots of mud. That looks good. Impressive. It's the only pink I've seen in this field. Nice one, though. Very nice. That's an interesting one. One of the chaps I was just speaking to said that a couple of years ago he found what he thought was a chimera form of green winged orchid, which basically has different coloured flowers on the same plant. I'm not saying this is one, but there's potential that it could be. There certainly looks to be a significant variation between some of the flowers on the left and some of those on the right. They may be changing colour as it opens, but I'm going to capture this one just in case it is a rare chimera form of the green winged orchid. Certainly nice, whether it is or isn't. I've just looked on the other side of the plant, and yeah, I mean, that looks highly possible as a chimera form, even within the same flower, half purple, half white, in which case that is a rarity. Never seen one of those before, other than in a fragrant orchid. Very nice. Wow, just wow. You know, this is my happy place. Put me in a meadow in the middle of nowhere, rammed full of orchids. And you know, green winged orchids can be a bit boring, but there's variation here. There's volume and variation, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. And a thank you to Glenn Dipple, who put the gallery up about 2 or 3 days ago on one of the Facebook pages for orchids, and he commented that there were hundreds in full flower, and I thought, no way at all. And I was sort of broadly, but not really, in this direction today, and I thought I'm going to take a detour, and it's quite some detour, but thank heavens I did. And thank you, Glenn, for putting me onto this, because it's a wonderful site, something we won't see probably in Peterborough for about another 2 weeks, but yeah, as I say, great variation. Seen just about every, I think, colour mix that you can possibly get. I'm sure someone will say, no, you've missed one. But no, that was brilliant. Really great morning's orchid hunting. I hope you enjoyed some of it. And if you haven't subscribed, as ever, hit that button in the corner of the screen. It helps me a lot. and I'll be very grateful indeed. Otherwise, thank you for coming along, and I will see you next time out, probably somewhere more local to Peterborough. Just got back to the car, and typical of any sort of orchid hunter, just looked across the gate next to my car, and I don't know if you can see what I can see, but green winged orchids. Not only green winged orchids, there's a white right in the middle there, and it looks like a good one. I'm going to have to go and see that. It's got to be done. Can't go home, leave this one. See it? Yep, it's a nice one. Very nice. Might be getting greedy here, but I'm pretty sure I can see another white in the distance. Well, there are other white flowers in the field, so I could be wrong. Let's go and see. Another belter, just about fully opened. And another one. And no, I'm not being greedy, but I can't resist white green winged orchids. And that's 3 in this small paddock. Superb. Lovely paddock. Don't know if you can see this, I always bang on about this, but ridge and furrow. Old medieval ridge and furrow fieldscape. You just see the ridge running along the middle there, and the furrows either side. That means this field, this paddock, hasn't been touched for hundreds of years, and that's why the green winged orchids are here. They like untouched, unman managed grassland, meadow, paddock, call it what you will. And this ridge and furrow rubber stamps this one as untouched for sure. I bet you all think I'm shooting the same one from different angles, but I'm not. There's another one, number 4. That's it. I am going home now. What a good way to finish though, eh? 4 whites in one paddock. It's probably more if I could be bothered to look. That's brilliant, and I'm going home now. Thanks for being on board.